if I was a CDO, fresh blank piece of paper data strategy today, assuming that you've got complete CEO sponsorship, right, and there's a genuine appetite for real change, I would find the correct use case, initiative, data product to build, to prove that AI can be industrialized in your organization with something that can be measured. An output that can be measured. And that could be revenue up, it could be cost down, margin improvement, days in inventory, reduce waste. It could be, I mean, we're working with one customer, their first use case is loss prevention because of staff stealing stuff, right?
Right, okay.
There's any number of ways it's measurable, but that use case can't be in isolation. It has to be
play it into an intrinsic kind of business value, something that you can really play back and measure back.
You can extrapolate how that was deployed, right? It proves an operating model. It proves the plumbing of the data, so the underlying data platform, as well as just a shiny downstream interface of the data product you're building. It needs to be an end-to-end steel thread, but it doesn't need to be heavyweight. You do not need to boil the ocean for the first use case, the first data product, whatever it is you're doing. But it should be challenging, and it should be a business problem that you've struggled to solve. Not a technology problem you struggle to solve.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. So if you focus and start with the outcome, find an internal stakeholder, which will not be someone in IT. There will be a business stakeholder. You don't need to tell anyone that. Something that they've never been able to solve. Let's solve it together, and we'll build it together. Fundamentally, is our approach, whether you're Snowflake or not. But build it, prove it, and make sure going into that everyone understands what you're proving. Get the sponsorship required, and then showcase that. And then that should be the proof point to then get the financial sponsorship to drive an AI transformation program. I wouldn't try and, I wouldn't go boil the ocean day one, but I also wouldn't go, right, we're going to over the next 5 years deliver these things. No. There needs to be a level of gumption. I've never met a change agent with a C-level job title that didn't have an unbelievable amount of gumption and self-belief in what they're trying to deliver. And I think that's arguably, to be quite controversial, I'd argue that across public organizations, consensus is sometimes required too much. If you try and gain, if you have every single executive, every executive minus one, that's an amalgamation of an unbelievable amount of opinions. That's almost too democratic, right? If you're a chief data officer or a COO, you've been hired with a charter, with an outcome that is your responsibility to drive. A level of gumption should come with that, and then that might come across as pretty obvious, and I'm sure it will be to a lot of people. But back your belief in AI transformation, and don't wait.